Hello, children. Welcome to today's class. Our topic for today is community and conservation. We are going to conserve the forest and wildlife resources. So, how is the community associated here for conservation? Community here means group of people who help in conserving the forest resources. So, who are the group of people who stay in the forest? Yes, you would have guessed correctly right now. They are the tribal groups. So, along with the forest department, the tribal groups also help in conserving the natural resources or the forest and wildlife resources. Forests are also home to some of the traditional communities. Here, traditional communities means the tribal groups. Tribes are the people who stay deep inside the forest. They have their own language, culture, music, dance, tradition, customs, etc. Usually during the ancient period, tribal groups they did not have any proper interaction with the non-tribal groups or the outside people. But as days passed by, during the medieval period, the tribes started interacting with the non-tribal groups only for the sake of economical reasons. That is to sell their forest-based products. During the modern history, tribal people are interacting with the non tribal groups in a good manner or in a proper way, where these people came to know the awareness of the advantages that they get interacting with the non tribal groups. Local communities are struggling to conserve these habitats along with government officials, recognizing that only this will secure their own long term livelihood. That is, they are aware that the tribal groups are aware that only only when associating with the government officials or the forestry department they think that they can survive in the forest properly. Otherwise, sometimes if you have seen in the movies, in certain movies the forest departments will ask the tribal people to move away from the forest. So that situation should not be faced by the tribals. Thus they join hands with the forest department or with the government officials to conserve the forest and to stay in the forest along with their groups, so that if they are joining hands with the government or forest department officials, these officials will not ask them to leave the forest, as well as the forest officials believe that there are a few more people to help them in conserving the forest and wildlife resources. And one more point to add, the tribal people knew more informations regarding the forest than the forest officials themselves. While certain people cooperate with the government officials, some of the tribes do not cooperate and do not want to cooperate with the forest officials or government. They are in need of privacy within their groups inside the forest. In Sariska Tiger Reserve, Rajasthan, villagers have fought against mining activity by citing the Wildlife Protection Act. In many areas, villagers themselves are protecting the habitats. That is, they themselves are trying to protect the forest areas without the help of any government officials or government forest department officials. One more example, in the Alwar district of Rajasthan, it has certain group of people or communities who have their own set of rules and regulations which do not allow hunting and are protecting the wildlife against any outside encroachments. That is, they themselves are protecting or conserving the wildlife and forest resources without the help of government or without the involvement of government. The Chipko movement is one of the very good example for community and conservation. It was started during 1973 in Uttarakhand, India. A group of rural people, that means village people, along with most participation of women, they started a non-violent and ecological movement for protecting the trees from being cut. So they prevented the tree cutting activity by hugging the trees or by protecting the tree so that they can defend the cutting of tree. So these village people, they conserved the tree resources by knowing their importance, that is knowing the natural resource importance. Community afforestation with indigenous species was also enormously successful. These community people or these communities conserved the existing trees from getting deforested, as well as they planted many number of trees, which was a successful event. With indigenous species, in the sense they planted trees that are local to our country, that is they are Indian breeds. Indigenous species are Indian breeds. The antonym for indigenous species are exotic species, they are non-Indian species. Indigenous species are originated in India or they are localized to India, that is Indian species. I mean with respect to this particular context. Thus, when people started supporting the movement to conserve the forest resources, India, we established joint forest management program for involving local communities in the management and restoration of degraded forest. That is, people were legally trained and involved in the management of the forest resources as well as to restore the degraded forest resources. So, the village people protected the degraded forest resources which was owned by the forest department. This community and conservation is necessary. Local communities everywhere have to be involved in some kind of natural resource management. Yes, if you are going for some place, you will be in need of some person to help you. For example, if you are going for a tour, a tourist guide's help is necessary for you. If you are going for a restaurant, a waiter's help is necessary for you. Similarly, to conserve the forest, along with the forest department, local communities also need to be involved in the conservation activities so that the conservation activities are done in good manner, and also people living in the forest will come to know about the importance of those natural resources or forest and wildlife resources. So without the local people's help, we can conserve, but it is only to a limit. With the help of local people or the local communities, the conservation of the forest resources will be up to a good level or up to a best level. Without the local communities, we will be able to conserve the forest resources. But with the help of these local communities, we will be able to conserve the forest resources as well as restore the degraded forest resources as well. The collaborative economic or developmental activities should be people centric, that is, they should be focusing on the people. Environment friendly, it should not harm the environment or the natural habitat or natural resources in any way. Economically rewarding, since these local communities are helpful in government through some way or other, the government should also reward them legally and in a proper way. Thank you.